Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 3 Under Par podcast. This is a golf podcast where
Little White Balls life.
I'm your host, Scotty T, and I'm joined by my co-host, KJ on my left and T-Bone on the far side. What's up, fellas? How's it going?
Good.
Chilling.
This
It's
is
weird.
a big episode, man.
Yeah, it's weird being taped. I just dabbed. Never done that. Start an episode.
Not a hot start.
Yeah, not good.
This is the first ever podcast episode that we've done with video on our new YouTube channel. If you listened to the episode last week, we have a new YouTube channel. That's pretty sick. So, hello, everybody here. KJ, T-Bone, Scotty T. Fellas, Happy New Year. Happy 2020. How was y'all's New Year's Eve?
Good. It's actually kind of chill.
Yeah?
Had early tea time next day, so actually took it easy.
Oh, that's right. How'd you play? Oh, silencing all phones, too. Great. Thank you. I'm not sure how much editing we can do with this new camera stuff either, so we're just going to let it ride. We're going to let
It's
it roll.
authentic.
That's right.
It's good stuff.
No more editing. Makes my life a little bit easier, though. I'm not going to lie. So, T-Bone, how was your New Year's, man?
It was chill. I didn't do much.
Yeah?
I kind of hate the holiday, to be honest. I think it's super overrated. A few years ago, we went to Clay on New Year's Eve, and that pretty much just ruined the holiday entirely for me.
Clay,
Ouch.
just in general, especially on New Year's Eve, that's got to be brutal.
If you're not from Houston, it's basically the worst club in the entire world. A lot of douchebags.
Yep.
Expensive, just the worst place in the world. And I spent New Year's Eve there. And now I hate the holiday, and
Was
I'm
that
done.
a low moment just in general?
I mean, I was younger, so I thought it was a cool thing to do back then. I was probably 21 or 22,
Yeah.
and I thought it was going to be fun. Hated it,
Yep.
and I'll never do that again. And I'm probably not going to really go out in public anymore on New Year's Eve. I'll just stick to house parties.
Wow, it
and-
really sunk
Wow.
in on you, huh?
yeah.
That's brutal.
Well, last year's New Year's, KJ and I spent it together. That was a tough one to recover from.
Yeah.
This one was a little bit better for me. It was in NOLA, New Orleans. And it was a good time. Except Baylor lost the Sugar Bowl, which kind of stunk. But, I mean, it's still a really good time, Sugar Bowl and everything. So, but again, Happy New Year to everybody out there, 2020. The biggest thing that we got going on here at 3 Under Par is this YouTube channel. You, the listeners, and the viewers now. We got viewers if you watch this. That's crazy. So thank you all for tuning into our new YouTube channel. So the idea is we're going to upload the entire video podcast onto YouTube and then also cut clips. So maybe if you're a fan of the Joe Rogan podcast, maybe that's how I'm going to imitate it a little bit. Just if you can't catch the whole thing, you can catch a 10-minute clip here, 5-minute clip there, something like that. And you can see our beautiful faces as well on the screen. So,
This is the first podcast of the decade, by the way.
of the decade. That's right. It's kind of weird. 2020. Did you ever think like 2020 would have happened? I don't know.
I remember
Yeah,
seeing
it would
movies
have.
growing up, like in 2020, we'll have flying cars, all that crap.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Now it's just another day.
It's another day in paradise, 2020. We're coming to you from Houston, Texas, from the campus of the Cannon. For our new listeners out there, this is a golf podcast where we just talk pretty much golf, share our thoughts and opinions, and hopefully keep it light, keep it funny. If we need to, we can dive into the weeds and get a little bit more technical, especially I think that gave us a little more cred when KJ was a teaching professional. But KJ, this is your first time or first day, you said, really not having a job. What's that been like? Because you're not, I don't want to use the term in between jobs, but like you have a job lined up, you're just not starting yet.
Yeah, I don't start till February 3rd. Something I kind of talked with the new employer about because I have a nice trip to New Zealand and I didn't want to have to use my 2 weeks vacation like as soon as I start. Hey, thanks for the opportunity, but I'm gonna go fuck off for 2 weeks in a row as soon as I start. So yeah, today was my first like legit day that I didn't have like anything really planned the entire day. I was losing my mind.
It's weird, right?
Woke up normal time, got out of bed, had breakfast, but I just didn't have anything to do. I was so bored.
That's tough.
Yeah, it was miserable. Should have gone and played golf, I guess, but
Well, it's Monday. A lot of courses are closed.
yeah.
Except Memorial Park. Memorial would have been a good day.
That would have been
play
the day to do
Memorial.
it. But
Yeah.
Hey,
didn't
fucked
happen.
up.
Yeah. I'm booked up, Aaron.
But you're also going to New Zealand. For those who don't know, KJ's going to New Zealand in a couple weeks. Very exciting. Very jealous. We'll have to get you to do a call-in or something.
Yeah. I'll be sending lots of pics, probably update.
Lots of pics, lots of videos. I want to do like one of those recap videos. If you go to our YouTube page right now, you'll see like a 2019 year in review video that I posted up on there, just kind of summarizing what we do here. It's because it's a hobby for us. We just love golf, and we go to the tournaments, Houston Open, Players Championship. We play as much golf as we can until we shoot 86, 87 at the Mid-Am, and then just see, I just 8-miled myself right there.
Yeah.
So, go check out that. But KJ, I expect a lot of videos, a lot of pictures. So, because I want to put something like that together. I think that'd be really cool. It's not the Land Down Under, but
I don't know.
From Lord of the Rings was shot in New Zealand.
That's true. That's true.
Not turning it out too hard.
It looks pretty sick. I looked up some of the golf courses that we're going to be playing, and it looks like a dreamland. Every one of them, just absolutely phenomenal.
I'm so jealous. Well, in the meantime, there was some golf that was played. There's been a bit of a lull, I would say, since the President's Cup. Holidays, Christmas, T-Bone's favorite holiday, New Year's Eve, as well has been going on. So this is the first tournament of the new year, the new decade. If you go back to listen last episode, we talked a lot about just a year in review, a decade in review, really, and just how awesome of a decade it really was in golf. There were some great moments. And I expect 2020 and the rest of it's weird, 2020 through 2029 to be just as good, if not better, if you ask me. Just because the level of golf is that high now, and you really saw it on display this weekend. I know KJ was watching some golf.
Absolutely.
Last night. I'm watching it on my phone, lying in bed. KJ FaceTimes me. I'm like, bro, you're in the middle of my watching golf session here, but nothing like primetime golf. We've talked about it beforehand. I love primetime golf. It's 10 o'clock at night, and you're still playing golf. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. I mean, we went and played. Me and a few of my buddies went and played golf out at High Meadow Ranch.
Nice.
Had some beers. Even had some tequila because we played some stupid game that Mark plays. Every time you make a birdie, you have to take a pull of tequila. And it's like, it was good tequila, but I hate tequila. And I guess that was just like a leveling thing. Like, this guy's pulling away from the pack, so he's got to get drunk.
Yeah.
And it was awful.
Well, I think, that stinks for you, but I think a guy like T-Bone would be just fine. If you make birdies, then he's not taking any shots that day.
Yeah, it was.
I make birdies.
That was brutal.
I just make quads too.
What's up, dude?
What's up? I'm chilling.
You're a little quiet over there. You doing good?
Yeah, I'm on deck. I'm ready. I'm ready to swing whenever.
You keep throwing shade on his golf game, so it's not like he's going to be.
I'm ready for you, man.
Jumping up to the mic after
come back.
I'm here.
Yeah. So, but the Kapalua tournament, I kind of talked about it a few weeks before. I've been kind of burnt out on golf the last few weeks, especially right after the President's Cup. It's like, all right, I need a break. Let's get through bowl season. But there's something about Kapalua just kind of gets me going again. I don't know. I got a little fired up and was ready to watch golf and almost ready to get back out on the course. I don't know yet, but
little iffy, huh? Yeah. So they
iffy.
redid quite a few holes out there and some greens as well.
Yep.
If you kind of look at the history of this tournament, you have 25 under winning sometimes, and they take it really, really deep and dominate the golf course. Well, they made it a little bit this year, a little bit more, not outrageous, where you just don't. It's not just a birdie fest.
Right.
So that's why we saw a higher score win. Still shooting well under par, but nothing. 26, 27 under par on 4 days.
Well, at this tournament too, it's always pretty solid weather. And I don't think I've ever seen a PGA Tour event with that much rain on the ground and they still played. It was soaked, especially like Friday or Saturday. There's like standing puddles, and of course JT has his white pants on. They get all muddy. But yeah, it's normally perfect weather, just windy. And that was kind of shitty weather, really windy.
Have you ever played that course before?
Nope.
It's awesome. I would definitely recommend to a friend if you have a chance. Kapalua. It's pretty great. But yeah, I love that finishing hole. Was it like 680 yards? And they're getting home in 2?
Absolutely.
It's crazy town.
Well, that drive.
I understand the wind and it's downhill, but still, that's a lot of yardage.
That drive usually, and it was wet, so it wasn't playing as short as it normally does. It almost played to its potential, but it's downhill, and you can get a 100-yard roll from where that ball hits from where it lands.
Yeah, very true.
So, we've seen guys go in there with, 5 irons, 680 yards. Yeah. That's absurd. It's absurd. But yeah, it was fun to see that playoff hole. Patrick Reed and Justin Thomas. That was big. I knew when Fat Pat was right. trying to negotiate a hill, not just going straight down it or playing it just to, where it's turning into you. If you got kind of going caddy corner to a slope that severe, makes it very hard to, how far am I going to carry it on the slope to let it start breaking and controlling that distance as well.
Yeah.
So I didn't, I don't watch that much golf, but I didn't watch the playoff. But from my understanding, was Fat Pat heckled during the playoff, or was it just during his round?
We need to talk about this. So, first off, T-Bone, just the playoff in general. Maybe your 3 favorite guys?
Yeah, seriously.
Between
I never
Patrick
thought
Reed,
I'd love
Xander Schauffele,
Xander
and
so
Justin
much.
Thomas.
I immediately thought about that.
Yeah, I was
God.
like, man. So, which begs me the question: out of those 3 guys, which guys do you hate the most?
Oh, Xander by far is my favorite.
Yeah, okay. I'm about to say, not many people hate Xander.
Yeah.
Like, he's a pretty cool dude.
I never said I hated him. I just thought he was kind of boring, and I'm starting to like
That's right.
him.
He just hates the fact that we identify Xander
Yes,
with.
that's why.
Okay, my apologies.
As soon
for
as
the
we
mix-up.
started calling him Xander, that's when he started kind of turning off.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about this joke. But yeah, Justin Thomas and Patrick Reed are honestly on the same level of dislike for me.
That is deep to say about JT.
Yeah,
You hate JT as much as Fat Pat.
think so.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
That's almost
shocked.
disrespectful.
I'm shocked.
it's
Like,
just
that is
how I
Very
feel.
disrespectful.
That's disrespectful.
What are you doing
Yeah.
over there?
I'm telling it how it is. I don't really like the guy. I think he's
So, like, were you happy when Divot just splares up on his white pants? Or you're
Yeah,
just like,
love that.
Take
Yeah.
that, you bastard.
yeah. Okay, I will say I like him a little more than Patrick Reed. Patrick Reed's
There it is.
he's public enemy number 1.
That's very true.
One thing I was saying when Patrick Reed got heckled, the fact that it happened in Hawaii, the most peaceful place in the world, he's so fucked. I mean,
that's true.
If
I
you're
didn't
getting
think of that.
heckled in Hawaii for the first tournament of the year, you are so fucked.
Starting off hot.
I mean, what's going to happen when he plays in New York or
Oh, yeah.
anything? God.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. Because you expected him to be heckled down at the President's Cup.
Oh, yeah.
And he was. Obviously, that's when his caddy gate happened. Who had the worst caddy gate last year, Patrick Reed or Matt Kuchar? I mean, because they both involved their caddies.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know about that.
I think the Cooch got a lot more.
Granted, it
got a
wasn't
lot more
technically
publicity on it.
Kuchar's caddy. It was just Kuchar being a dumbass.
Right.
I'm going to go with Patrick Reed's caddy, probably.
Yeah. I don't know. Comment below on what you think was who had the worst F up. But what was tough is, like, for Kuchar, that was his fault. For Patrick Reed, that wasn't really his fault. That was just his caddy being an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a little more outside of Patrick Reed.
Self-inflicted.
Right. But Kuchar was 100%
Yeah.
self-inflicted.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anyway, I digress. But, yeah, if you're not familiar with what happened, well, first off, Xander, in regulation, he had a chance. He was home and 2. JT hooked his ball into the penalty area. Mm-hmm. Hate these new rule changes. But he hooked it into the penalty area. And Xander gets home in 2 with a 5-wood, which was awesome. From 679 yards is what the hole played. And that 30-mile-an-hour wind was just wicked. It was awesome. Fun to watch. But then he 3-jacks. And then so it's Justin Thomas, P. Reed, and Xander in the playoff. Xander drops out for the second time. So it's and they're playing 18 over and over again. Was it the third playoff hole? I think it was on the last one where Patrick Reed, he hits his putt, and he has to make like a downhill slider because Justin Thomas is in there tied for birdie. And right after he hits it, somebody yells, "Cheater." Very loud, very distinct. And actually, Azinger and Mike Hicks thought that happened right before his putt or during the backstroke of his putt. Turns out it wasn't. It was just after what happened. But still, like, point being, T-Bone, I think you said it, that's perfect. If that's happening in Hawaii, what's going to happen when he comes over here in the States? When he goes if he plays in the Waste Management Phoenix Open?
Oh, my God.
He's going to get lit up.
He's
God
gonna get
bless his soul.
destroyed. Oh, my
God
God.
bless his soul. I wouldn't even play in that tournament if I was him.
I might skip it if I were him. No doubt.
Jeez.
He's going to get it every tournament. That's a weekly deal for him. How long do you think it takes for that to die out? Because right now, everybody's still really hot about it. I mean, obviously,
Definitely.
if you're going to be yelling on a playoff hole, right? Tournament champions
It's the
in
tournament
Hawaii.
champions. There's 34 people playing in this tournament. Like, it's supposed to be the best of the best.
Yeah.
Also, I did see the putt, and I mean, I guess he did get heckled, but he had, a 10, 15-footer, and then he had like a 10 or 15-footer coming back. That was, it was a horrible
still made
putt.
it. But, yeah.
Well, he knew he had to have it, so he was trying to take out a little bit of break and jam it. But I mean, you take
he
yourself out of it if you
blasted
don't.
that,
Yeah.
It was tough. But Justin Thomas comes out victorious. He, literally tried to lose the golf tournament, I thought.
And then in the playoff hole, he carried the hazard by 3 feet.
He chunked a 5-wood. He looked like T-Bone out there, just chunking everything.
Difference was what I was saying earlier.
I don't chunk.
That's right. That's absolutely right. So he was coming more up the slope, right? That big slope was to the right. So the slope was basically facing him, and he didn't have to deal with that huge slope to the right. And Patrick Reed was coming kind of down and across it. So it makes it twice as hard. Like I said earlier, you have to get your line and the distance you're going to hit it. Because if you hit it on that line and it's short, you're going to break more.
Right.
Pass, going to break less. So you got to get two things right there. JT really just had to throw it up there.
Yeah. I think they also made a good point on the broadcast that even though JT barely crossed the hazard and made it, that got him to a full swing number. He's in about 105. All right. For those guys, that's probably a gap wedge, lob wedge with the wind. Point being is that he got to take a full swing at it. What Patrick Reed is about 40 yards, 50 yards. That's more of your half swing, a little more feel involved.
Right.
When the wind is gusting like that, it's harder to judge. Look, it's no surprise that Justin Thomas hit it tight, and then he comes out victorious. Second time he's won that tournament, I believe, in 4 years, if I'm not mistaken.
He loves that
Xander almost
course.
got the back-to-back. That is Justin Thomas's 12th PGA Tour win now.
How many does Spieth
No.
have?
He passed Spieth.
So
this
he
week.
he has
yeah,
the
he
most.
passed Jordan Spieth.
He has the most.
I thought he had three more. I thought Spieth had three
So
more.
JT, I want to say, has the most wins of any player currently under 30,
Correct.
and Brooks is under 30.
Is Brooks? Well, okay, that's because Brooks doesn't show up for PGA Tour.
Yeah, I guess he's
tournaments.
won 5 tournaments.
Yeah, and 3 of
So-
them are majors.
Yeah.
So, is it 3 or 4? He's won 4. Brooks has won 4. My bad.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you for
He's
correcting
so
me.
irrelevant, you can't even remember.
Brooks?
You just can't remember it that he wins. It's so low key.
The PGA was not low key this year. I'll give him that. Yeah, because he won 2 U.S. Opens and 2
I'm just
PGAs.
saying in general, we just forget always.
He's just that good.
Yeah.
Yeah, just not kissing his girlfriend on camera and just winning golf tournaments. That's what he does. It's pretty great. I wish
That
I
was
could
awesome.
win golf tournaments like that. I wish I could even play in those types of tournaments. I'm not that good at all. So, yeah, it was fun. JT, yeah, it's pretty wild that he's passed Jordan Spieth right now.
I feel like you've made some comments in the past that you think he's going to be better than Spieth when the careers are all said and done.
When it's all said and done, who's going to have a better career, Jordan Spieth or Justin Thomas? And my opinion as of right now is Justin Thomas. Subject to change, just for everybody out there, subject to change. I feel like his play is just better.
As much as
I
I
agree
don't
with
like
you.
him, he's just so damn good.
He's unbelievable, considering how small of a guy he is, too. How much pressure, how much power he can get and torque on a swing. It's outrageous.
Even the ball flight, he hits a high bomb. He's not a big dude. He weighs less than me. And he hits it. He probably carries the ball 20, 30 yards further than me.
What, he's like $150 soak him wet?
Yeah, unbelievable. I don't know how you get that out of that body.
I don't know either. It's pretty remarkable. I was actually thinking about this because with a Kapalua with all the hills and whatnot, you get a lot of uneven lies. The fact that his swing is a little bit steeper than most, I think that kind of helps in those regards because you can come in at the ball at a better angle as opposed to more of a shallow angle. I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. But yeah, I also think that's part of the reason why he's able to generate so much power because his hands are so far away from his body and he can clear his body pretty quick. But that's nerding out a little too hard.
No, I mean, that's 100% right.
Yeah.
But also being steep like that in wet conditions, asking for
Hence-
the dump.
Yeah.
Asking for the dump.
The dump. The Dumpy. Shout out to Dumpy out there. Hope you're watching, man. So, T-Bone, is there anything in golf gossip or is the more Patrick Reed cheating scandal thing kind of what you saw this week in golf gossip, which is one of our segments?
Damn, you're going to put me on the spot like that.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else you would like to add? Or, I mean, really, it's it's the Justin Thomas show. Last year, I totally forgot that Xander and Gary Woodland went toe-to-toe in the Tournament of Champions, which was one of the first tournaments that we really talked about on this podcast. If you go back and listen to those first episodes, putting with the pin in is still weird to me. I just don't really like it, especially when the wind's howling like that. It just looks weird when the flag is like bent over and.
Yeah, I would
people are
definitely be
putting
taking
that
it out if the wind's blowing that flag over. If it's leaning one way or another, that's when I take it out no matter what.
Right. Yeah, because at that point it hurts you a little bit. So it was just. I'm also convinced my takeaway is that Xander is truly the real deal. I think last year it was really easy to get caught up in Xander, but this year just being in that tournament position for back-to-back years, finishing second at the Masters this year, and a lot of other things. Look, he is that good, which is crazy town. I love it. All right. Anything else, T-Bone?
So a segment I kind of have gotten away from is the just overall, I don't even think we had a name for it, but the fashion this week.
Yeah, golf gossip and fashion.
Yeah.
T-Bone's Fashion Corner.
T-Bone's Fashion Corner, sure.
Hey.
There really hasn't been much gossip. I think P. Reed's taken the cake on that for the last few weeks.
Yeah, the cheater thing was just, that was bad.
Yeah,
but that was bad.
I think this is one of the first things I talked about on this podcast last year is the Hawaiian designs that's thrown in this week is the frickin' best, especially Ricky Fowler. When he's wearing an untucked Hawaiian shirt on the PGA Tour, I think that's the most badass thing ever. He had a practice round outfit that was pineapple shorts and matching shirt, and I think he had a bucket hat. I don't know if he was wearing the bucket hat, but Puma was doing a deal. I almost pulled the trigger on it. It was matching shorts, shirt. They're not even paying me to say this either. There's some good shit out there, but
yeah,
I just like all of the brands are doing their little Hawaiian touch on like their gloves and hats and all that. I'm all for that.
You like it?
Yeah, I mean, beats the hell out of khakis and a polo. I love the Hawaiian flair. That's about all I got.
Yeah, a little slower week, which honestly is like probably a good thing for golf. But then again, controversy is also a good thing. But yeah, I just wish there was something else that would come up besides Patrick Reed right now.
I'm so tired of hearing about him, but I also love it when it's negative because I really hate that guy. And
it's all well warranted.
It was starting to die out, and then he just cheated. Just cheated his ass off. Then he made a fucking scene at the President's Cup, and now he's getting heckled. And
he finds a way to make it worse all the time. Like the cheating deal, when he looked in the camera and said, I didn't see the sand move, and it definitely wasn't intentional, that's when I was like, I hate the guy, but I'm fucking done with this guy forever. Wrong. You blatantly lie to my face.
Wrong. I mean, when he was wearing the green jacket and he was Captain America, peaked.
Life could not have been better.
He was people actually liked him, and now he's ruined. He's gonna.
He will not be coming back from all of this. Even if he wins big tournaments, I really don't think he's getting through this in the next few years.
It's gonna take a while.
Like next few years, no way.
You know what's crazy? Think about high school golf. I'm sure y'all as well. You know the guys who were known to be cheaters. And that was just in high school golf. This is at the professional level, the highest level at the game that we love. This is going to follow him for the rest of his life. This is not going to die down. When he comes here and plays in Houston, when he goes maybe outside of the Masters, I could see like the Augusta National membership being like, hey, look, we don't want one of our champions to be called a cheater. If you call Patrick Reed a cheater, we'll kick your ass out. Because that's what the Augusta National membership can do, because they're both just a bunch of big dicks. They're so great.
I also think this is such a big deal because pros never cheat. You never see cheating. You never see cheating on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
And the fact that someone does it,
then lies about it blatantly,
and it happens to be Patrick Reed. It's just
he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. What's crazy, dude, is that even there's that cheating scandal about BJ Singh.
Yeah,
that still follows him, and that was 25 years ago.
Yeah, this one's never gonna.
And that was just all hearsay. This is video evidence to back it up.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, that brings up the question: what would it take for Fat Pat to get
He's got to be
not canceled, so to
He's
speak.
got to get back to being Captain America.
I think
He's got to play good in the Ryder Cup and not cause any shit. That's it.
Well, he's got a chance at doing one of those. He can play well.
But how's he even going to get picked again?
I mean, he's going to have to make his way on.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to have to force the hand because it's going to be tough to pick him with all the shit. But I think you're right. You're right on it. For me to not hate, I don't think I'm ever going to like Patrick Reed. For me not to really hate him, I think President's Cups, Ryder Cups. Not only is he going to have to play and play well in them, I think he's going to have to win like pivotal points or like clinch the cup for me to just even start to let him climb back.
Because even winning a major, people are just going to be rooting against him.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a lot. I'm
Definitely
not on board with him.
Well, I'd like to move on
Yeah,
here
let's get it-
a little
let's
bit.
get out
It's
of
beating a
this.
dead horse at this point. Patrick Reed is just he sucks. That's my bow on it here. So, fellas, I want to get into a little bit of preview also for 2020 PGA Tour season. This is where we can make our predictions for major championships. We can also include the players as well. This is what I get really excited about here. Brand new season.
I think this is kind of aggressive to predict unedited, but hey, if we're going to roll the dice.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Why not?
All majors, all majors, or including the Players Championship. We're just going live
You
with
want
all
to
these.
include the players? We
It's a
can just do
major.
majors. It's a major. Is the players a major? Comment below on what you think. And yeah, why not? Let's full send.
Okay.
Here you got it.
All right.
All right. So first off, we can start off with the Masters because it is the Masters. Well, first off, okay, so we're gonna do the players, which is at TPC Sawgrass. We'll probably do that last since it's the fifth major. The Masters, which is played at Augusta National every single year. I can already hear the music. The U.S. Open's played at Winged Foot Golf Club.
Don't forget the order.
You're right. I apologize. The next one is going to be the PGA Championship, which is played at TPC Harding Park in San Francisco. And then it's the U.S. Open at Winged Foot, most famous for Phil Mickelson's collapse.
That's right.
Jeff Ogilvy won. Also, notably, Tiger missed the cut when it was at Winged Foot, but that was like a month after his dad died, and then he went on to win the British Open.
I thought
right
you said
after
his
that.
diet. I was like, what the hell are you?
Yeah,
Anyways.
his diet of. Never mind, I'm not going to go there. So, and then the last one is the British Open, which is at Royal St. George's, and it's just outside of England. I don't know much about these courses, to be honest. Even Winged Foot, I don't know much about it. I just know that 16 is like an impossible par 3. That's where that famous Kevin Kisner story, where he became a legend and said, "This ain't no hobby, boys." That's all-time great. Royal St. George's, cool. TPC Harding Park. They've had big tournaments there in the past, but I don't know really much else about it. This last year, 2019, was like the best year ever in major venues with, well, wait, where's the Open played? Royal Port Rush turned out to be a home run, and then Pebble Beach and Bethpage Black, which was awesome. So, fellas, let's start off with the Masters. Tiger Woods is the defending champion.
God, I love that. Yep.
Ooh, Tiger Woods won the Masters. Not sure if you heard that or not, but Tiger Woods won the Masters, defending champion. Who do you think is going to win the major champion or win the first major of the year? Who would like to start us off?
I'll go.
Okay.
KJ, what you got, baby?
I'm going to go ahead and take Xander Schauffele at the Masters.
Man, I really like that pick. I really like this pick. I'm going to write all these down as we are doing it so that we keep each other accountable. Do you just want to like have a 1A pick? Like, don't even...
No,
Yeah.
it's one person.
One person.
So-
Okay. Love it.
I think it's time. Monkey off the back. Rory McIlroy is putting on the green jacket this year.
Woo!
Bold.
Wow.
It's time.
Bold.
It's time.
Okay?
Wow. I don't... Look, okay, I'm going to go on record here. I don't think Rory McIlroy is ever going to win the Masters.
I mean,
Boom. How about that?
His biggest deal is his putter hot or not, and his chipping and short irons. That's the most important thing at Augusta.
Right.
100%. Putting in 110 in, hitting the proper parts of the greens, all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, unless his games, he really focuses on that. That's a course that doesn't suit his game.
Those greens are just so wild. They're so big. They're so undulated. Mm-hmm. If Rory gets the putter hot, then he's going to win. I just don't think he can. Even though this year I think was his best year putting statistically, but I just don't trust him. Now,
I wouldn't go Rory.
I mean, he played like shit and finished top 10 in every major this
that's
year.
what
Did he
does
play like
every
shit, or
time.
did he play like Rory plays at Augusta?
The
Yeah, I
backdoor
don't know.
top
Yeah.
tens, man. That's what he does.
Yeah, that's true. Who do you got?
And he almost, dude, if he would have made the cut at Royalport Rush, he probably would have finished top 10. But unfortunately, he missed a foot putt? A 1-footer?
No, it was like 24 inches, something like that.
Yeah.
Just 2 feet or just outside.
Way too close.
Yeah.
Either way, that's what he would have done. So for my pick for the Masters this year, man, I think I'm going to go Justin Thomas
Good pick.
for
Good pick.
the Masters. And it was really interesting hearing him talk last year when he had his wrist injury about his putting. He said he was trying to be too robotic, too like perfect putting, and I think he realized that you can't be perfect. It's golf. Like golf is a 4-letter word. I always say golf is a game of mishits and mistakes. And I think Justin Thomas you learn that you can't be perfect no matter how much you practice or whatnot. And I think that's going to come in handy at Augusta this year. So that's why I like Justin Thomas for the PGA or for the Masters. So next up, we have the PGA Championship at TPC Harding Park.
Brooks Koepka.
Wow.
Easy.
And I also do want to preface, if I could, I would love to pick Brooks for every single major that's out there. I'm not going to be that guy.
I'm gonna have a different person for each one.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
feel
that's
like that's
good.
the way to go.
I think that's good.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Brooks for the PGA Championship. T-Bone, what you got?
I think I'm going to go with Dustin Johnson. When I look at Dustin Johnson's career, he's good enough, or he's not going to end up with just one major, but I think he's just going to have low-key kind of major wins with a random PGA Championship here or there.
It's gonna be
It's
like
gonna be
Brooks
this year.
Koepka.
Yeah, it's
Just
going to be
low-key
like Brooks.
major.
Yeah.
What is his deal? Dustin Johnson?
I wonder if he's putting
He
in the
is-
time. He's too damn good to be doing what he's doing.
So I got the official World Golf Rankings here. We say, what is he doing? He's still number 5 in the world. So he's doing pretty good. You know who's number 3 in the world is John Rahm.
Yeah.
How did that happen? He low-key had a phenomenal second half of the season after his collapse at the Players' Championship. But John Rahm is ranked number 3 in the world. Brooks Koepka's 1, Rory's 2, JT is 4, DJ is 5 at the moment, at least at the time of this recording. So I don't hate the Dustin Johnson pick. Without knowing anything about the course, the PGA just has a style and a way of setting it up. Even though I feel like last year was an anomaly, it kind of felt more like a U.S. Open over at the Black. But for this one, I think I'm going to go Tommy Fleetwood for PGA Championship.
Okay.
The Flow. It's a Ryder Cup year, and so I think he's going to just be practicing really hard and win a major, and then kind of be like a Molinari-esque, and then win a major, and then just go kick ass at the Ryder Cup, and hopefully not too much, though, because I want us to win. So Tommy Fleetwood, that's my pick for the PGA. Also, we're noting, since we're at the halfway point, next year is the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Next
That's
year's
gonna
going to
be
be
fun.
a wild
That's gonna be fun to watch.
year in golf, just with all the majors, the condensed schedule already.
I
Throw
feel
on
like
the Olympics.
There's going to be a lot better players too. Obviously, I mean, golf's getting better and better every time you tee it up. But
Yes.
you know, if you remember last year, we had that kind of scare of if our best players were going to go, and we ended up not taking our best players as far as rankings. We had a couple back out just because they didn't want to go over there.
Right. Also, most notably, Rory McIlroy didn't play.
Correct. That's not
And-
going to be. I don't think that's going to be an issue this year.
I don't think so
So-
either, because I think they saw how much fun those guys had.
And you get the first one under your belt. You
Yeah.
have all your concerns are kind of gone.
Who won the gold medal?
Justin
Rose.
Rose.
Justin Rose. It was him and Stenson. They
Yep.
were going at it. Like, that's what you want. You want the best
Big
players
Dick
in the
Rick
world.
was
And-
there.
Yeah. And
Hence the tattoo.
you know who got the bronze that year?
Kuchar.
Cooch.
That's right.
All right, so let's resume the United States Open Championship at Winged Foot. Famously Winged Foot. Man, that course has eaten some guys' lunch, and some people never recover.
I
So-
got Patrick Cantlay, no doubter. No doubter.
Okay. Patrick Cantlay.
That one sets up, of course, U.S. Open. You're going to have big rough and everything, but it's not as open, that wing foot, as you get some of these U.S. Open golf courses where you can hit it anywhere, but you're kind of screwed. This one's a little more tree lined. It's a little more of a traditional type golf course,
Definitely.
I would say.
It's like an Oakmont.
So, yeah.
Something like that. Well, I guess they took out a lot of trees at Oakmont.
Even with
anyway.
Brooks's U.S. Open record, I think this one will allow other players to play. We've had the U.S. Open in the past few years set up for guys just like Brooks. This one's going to be a little more, fair to the field, I think.
I like that. Yeah, a little more player friendly.
There you go.
Yeah.
T-Bone.
Scaff Daddy.
So I'm thinking, is 2020 the year of redemption?
For Phil.
Wow.
Wow.
This is as hot take
This is
as
like
Lucas Glover.
I haven't said it yet.
Okay. I'm on pins and
Those are
needles.
some demons.
Tell me everything.
You hit it 50 yards offline left in contention at U.S. Open.
Is Colin Montgomery playing this year?
This guy's
No.
killing me.
Wow.
Why do we
Wait,
let him make picks?
I don't know.
He blew the lead there too, right?
I don't know.
I think he did.
Okay.
On 18.
Oh,
Anyways,
I believe you.
it'd be really fun to pick Phil. It'd be really fun to pick Colin Montgomery too, but no real logic behind this pick. But I just want Big Dick Rick to get it done. U.S. Open.
Wow.
Would love it. I hope it happens. I don't think it will.
Ricky Fowler.
It's a hope pick.
Big Dick Rick. Okay. I don't hate it. He's a good dude. If there's anybody who deserves to win a major, it's probably Ricky Fowler. Actually, it's probably Lee Westwood first off.
Tony Finau, baby. Tony Finau.
Tony Finau is my pick for this one. I'm with Tony Finau.
You got him?
I got him for
I would
this
love
one.
to see Big Tony win.
So if there's anything that I took away from last year is that Pebble Beach was more of a fair U.S. Open course, just purely based off the length. They couldn't tip it out to 7,800 yards, right? But the Bombers were still at the top of the leaderboard with Gary Woodland and Brooks Koepka. So that I'm taking that same mentality, even though Wingfoot might be a little bit more, bring in some other people that you wouldn't consider. I think a Bomber is still going to do well, and I'm going to pick Tony Finau to also win his very first PGA Tour tournament, I believe. Is that his first PGA Tour tournament? No, I think he has one under his belt.
No, it'd be his first
For how
major.
good he is,
Yeah.
he only has one PGA Tour win. He has like 1 billion seconds. But
Let's
Finau.
pause real quick.
Okay.
We've now made 9 picks. Brooks Koepka nowhere to be seen.
I picked Brooks.
Oh, you did?
yeah, he picked him for the PGA.
Oh, shit. Never mind.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I think, I don't know if I'm going to pick Brooks or not, but all right.
Next one's the Open.
The British Open.
The Open,
Tony Finau.
I will take
Yeah.
Rory McIlroy. We are going to see the biggest redemption and the most motivated round from Rory or tournament from Rory in the Open. No doubt.
Okay.
It's just going to happen. It's going to happen.
He's going to be like on an FU tour
He's
after missing the cut.
This is like that one friend that like beats you. That's what motivates you, right? What he did last year or in the Open, he's got to have the fire.
That was not good. Yeah.
What do you got, T-Bone?
I'm going to go with someone who is a little under the radar this year, but's a damn good golfer.
Okay.
Francesco Molinari.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming.
Past
Yeah.
Open winner.
Past Open winner. He's 18 in the world. He's freaking good when he's on.
When he's on, yes. I totally agree. He hasn't really been the same, though, since the Masters. I haven't really seen him around.
Ryder
Granted,
Cup.
He does play a lot more.
Ryder Cup.
He fucking showed up at the Ryder Cup.
Oh
Yeah,
my
but the
gosh.
Masters was right after the Ryder Cup when he was still playing that just unbelievable golf. And then Tiger took his soul on 15, I think, when he hit it in the
You're
water.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah. And
15 killed quite a few guys that year.
Yeah, 15. It's just that back nine out of guys. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Because I'll get too excited. I can't get this excited this early on in the year about the back nine out of Augusta National, but it's awesome. Let's see. For the British Open Championship, I'm going to go John Rahm.
Okay.
I'm going to go John
Good
Rahm.
pick.
Yeah. And,
It's the highest seed that none of us picked so far.
right. Yeah, I don't think Tiger's going to win a major this year. Most notably, nobody picked Tiger here. Brooks Koepka has only seen once. That's because, he's probably going to be the betting favorite for every major, and I just kind of want to go with somebody a little bit different.
Yeah.
I really like first-time major winner champions, except at the Masters, because you need that experience. But guys like Justin Thomas,
Danny Willett doesn't need it.
Yeah. Oh, good Lord.
How is he coming back into the conversation? Will you stop?
I'd love to bring it up just to remind everyone of how fucking shitty that was. Anyways, proceed.
All right, bring it to me because I've been waiting to get this one out. I think you know.
Oh, the Players' Championship. I almost forgot.
You know who I'm picking right here.
Tommy Two Gloves.
No, sir.
No, sorry.
This is my boy.
Wait, let Scott announce it. Let Scott announce it.
Scott, well, who am I picking for the Players' Championship
Let's hear it.
in 2020?
Tiger Woods.
No, sir.
Patrick Reed.
Nope.
Absolutely fucking not.
Nope.
Webb Simpson's going to be the second-time winner. Jason Day. Anybody else?
If
Do you really
Patrick-
not know?
No, I know who you're trying to get me to say. I just don't want to say it.
Joaquin Neiman, baby.
There it
Joaquin
is.
Neiman.
Joaquin Neiman.
Hey! Oh, my gosh.
That's everything. Oh, come on. Literally.
That's
First
great.
time for everything, baby.
Joaquin
But
Neiman
not for Joaquin
by
winning.
3 strokes.
By 3?
Joaquin by 3.
Wow. All right. Okay.
You could say he's walking away with it. There we go.
Man, I hate that I laughed, but I did. All right, I'm gonna go with Rambo as well.
John Rahm?
Yeah.
Okay.
He learned from last year. I'm just gonna come back.
It's bold picking him for a major, I think. When majors, you have to have all your shit together as far as, golf's already mental, but in a major, you have to play good golf and be so mentally stable and just zoned in. I think picking him for a major is tough. Tough call. 2-3 years down the road, I'd consider it because it's not like the guy sucks. It's just,
Scott,
I don't think he's mentally stable enough.
Scott, I got a great pick on your behalf if you want me to take it for you.
Sure. I'm open for votes here.
It's 2020. This guy's not canceled anymore.
Oh.
Mr.
Whoa.
Jordan Spieth?
Gordon.
You know what? I'll
Think it could be
go
time.
on record with that. Jordan Spieth is going to win the Players' Championship this year.
Woo! T-Bone just officially
Uncanceled?
him. Wow.
He has been
Let's
quiet.
go.
New year, baby.
Did he just withdraw from the Sony Open?
He did. He literally did.
He canceled himself.
I think he's going to make his first appearance at the Farmers at Torrey Pines. That's where a lot of people are going to make their first appearance. Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, people who should have been over at the Sentry Tournament of Champions, but they were not. So, yeah. All right. Those are our predictions for 2020. Jordan Spieth, that wasn't who I was originally going to say, to be honest. Who I was originally going to say was, I don't remember. I was going to go on a whim here. Patrick Cantlay.
Yep.
I think Cantlay.
I think we see Cantlay win more than once this year and a major.
Definitely. So that actually kind of gets me to some prop bets that we can knock out real quick, courtesy of my downstairs roommate, Mr. Garza, who has been on the podcast. If you go back and listen to the Masters podcast, he hosts our Masters pool. He's a friend of the pod.
Yeah.
Shout out to Garza. I see you, downstairs roommate. So, over-under right here. 0.5 majors for Xander/Patrick Cantlay.
Either? Over.
I'm taking the over as well. Over. T-Bone, what you think? Do you think either one of those guys are going to win a major this year?
This year?
Yes.
What are they in the world? 6 and they're both high.
Cantlay
Cantlay's
is 6. Zonder is 8. Xander. Either one.
I think it's Xander. But
Okay.
sure. I think that's pretty likely.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Next one. 1.5 top 5 finishes in majors for Brooks Koepka. So do you think Brooks is going to finish top 5 in a major more than twice?
I think he's going to win
twice
one.
Or more?
He'll win one, and he'll always show up.
Yeah.
I think that's a
like the over on that.
a closer bet than the last one we just made, but I'll take the over on that.
Yeah.
I wonder when I'm going to I feel like I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to start I can't decide whether I ride with him or if it's going to fizzle out at some point.
He's I think he's so low key that if he's not winning, he's just gonna start fading.
He's
fast.
gonna retire or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I could see him just getting bored. And he'd be like, I'm done with golf. Whatever. I made my money. I won my majors. Anyway, over or under 2.5 wins for Tiger Woods.
Under.
Under. Okay. T-Bone, what you got?
I'll probably go under too. I think again this last Masters victory was the peak of his, or not the peak, but the last hurrah for Tiger's career. It would be awesome. Cherry
I think
on
he'll
top.
win again, but if he wins twice, I think that's a successful year.
If he wins twice, I mean, because he won twice this year, right? The
Yeah.
Masters and then the Zozo Championship.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, bo. Where he is tied with Sam Snead. If he gets that one more win, he passes Sam Snead for the all-time win.
That's going to happen.
PGA Tour, I think it's going to happen this year. I think he's going to win less than 3 wins, though, so I take the under on that.
Mm-hmm.
How about, so at least at the time of this recording, we got to look up the world rankings here. So this involves our boy who is currently canceled. Mr. Jordan Spieth is ranked 43 in the world. Does he get higher than 20 this year?
That's a good one.
Because there was a long time where he was the number 1 player in the world. If you would have said who would have a better career, Spieth or Justin Thomas, 10 out of 10 people would have said Spieth.
Yeah. People
Now,
would have laughed at that question
probably,
in 2015.
Exactly. Now it's probably, I would say more people would assume Justin Thomas. At least
Yeah.
at this point. So does Spieth get higher than 20th in the world this year?
I don't think so. If he Yeah, I don't think so. I don't see
Wow.
it. There's too many powerhouses out there to
He does have
steadily
to jump
climb.
a lot of people.
Huh?
He's got to jump a lot of people.
Exactly. And I mean, the only way you're going to jump that much and get way up there is if you're winning consistently. No doubt in my mind he's good enough to play and finish top 10s in these tournaments, but top 10s isn't going to bring you up 23 spots.
I agree. How about you, T-Bone? I'll jump in. I think he does get higher than 20th. I believe in my boy Jordan. Picked you for the Players' Championship. Team Spieth, baby. I am Team Spieth all the way.
I think so too. He's ready to get back on board. He's got the potential. We've seen him do it. So, yeah, I'll ride with him
He's
this
got
year.
3 majors, man. Yeah. Justin Thomas does have more wins now. Spieth's got 3 majors. You can't take those away from him. He earned it. So, 1.5 scandals for Patrick Reed. Over under.
I got to take the fucking over. You got to. And at this point, I don't even give a shit anymore. If they're talking shit about him, great. I don't care anymore.
I think
don't
it's
care.
good for golf when you're talking about it. It's just, I just want him to embrace being a villain. It's the PGA Tour. It's like, oh, he handled it such a gentleman or blah, 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 blah. You know what? Just be like, you know what? He's an ass.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's still really good. You know what? I would be like, okay, that's the villain that we've been asking for.
I agree.
On the PGA Tour.
You can pick the under when he's going to get heckled every time he tees it up.
At some point, that's going to get to him. He's going to flip off a fan or something.
Yeah.
1.5 over under 1.5 for Patrick Reed or Justine Reed this year. Do you think she might blow a gasket with people chirping at her husband?
Can we throw him in the same pot and be like +3 and I still take the over?
Yeah.
I'll take the over either way.
Yeah.
People are going to shit on him forever.
Yeah.
Something's bound to get to him.
I think I'd take the over, especially because I was actually sent this. Nope, I thought it was pre-President's Cup, but it was after the President's Cup. So, I think I'm the over. Are you the over, T-Bone?
Yeah, he's going to get heckled every tournament. She's probably going to be stalking him at every tournament, watch every shot he hits.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, good
Yeah.
point. So, last one. For a 72-hole scoring low for the year, over under minus 27.5.
What are you talking about?
I know it's a weird question, so I'm going to phrase it again.
English,
So,
please.
Yeah.
You
You telling me somebody's going to shoot 20? Oh, you're talking about for a tournament.
for a 72-hole tournament. You know, somebody wins, like at the 3M Open, I forget what the winner was, but it's always like 22, 23 under. Do you
see
think
sometimes-
anybody reaches 28 under?
I don't think no. I think a high. You're not talking any stupid team tournaments or anything like that. You're talking.
Yeah.
What about the FedEx Cup? They're starting
not-
at 10 under.
And they still finished it like.
That's a good point. I think, what was the winner? Like 17?
Yeah, and they still finished
like
like
that.
So that's not even gonna be close.
Yeah.
Honestly, if there is a tournament that flirts with 27 under, I probably won't give a shit about it.
It's gonna be what's the one that's before the Waste Management? It's like the one in Palm Springs, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
know.
I think
See?
Adam Long.
See, we won't give a shit.
Yeah, there are a few. Well, it's also because it's right before the Waste Management, and that's
Yeah.
kind of what you're focusing on. But yeah, I mean, if somebody shoots 28 under, then they're playing a pitch and putt course, and they need to do it. Like, I don't want to see 28 under.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. So those were some of our predictions and everything for this year. Let us know what your predictions are, since this is being recorded on YouTube. Comment below on who you think are going to be the major championship winners. Also, follow us on social media at 3 Under Par Pod. That is the number 3 Under Par Pod on Twitter and Instagram. DMs are open. Slide right in.
Hit me up, bro.
Let us know who you think is going to win. Does Jordan Spieth have a bounce back year? Does Brooks Koepka win another major? Does Tiger defend his Masters win? Like, there's so many good
God, I
headlines
would love
going
that so
into
much.
this year.
Can you imagine
Man.
breaking the record with another Masters win? Oh, man.
Got chills, man. It's unbelievable. There's so many great headlines coming into this year. Also, a lot of really good young players. I'm really excited about guys like Sanjay M and Abraham Answer, guys I don't really get to watch that often, but they shined in the President's
He still won't
Cup.
fucking say Walking Neiman. He won't say, like, you want to talk about young and upcomers, he won't fucking say Walking Neiman.
My boy Eddie Pepperell as well.
Dog, you're killing me. I love that guy.
Yeah, I love Eddie Pepperell. Also, you got young and upcoming guys like Colin Morikawa, Matthew Wolff, who's already won on the PGA Tour, Victor Hovland. I'm also really excited to see Scotty Scheffler out there on the PGA Tour.
Texas boy.
Man, yeah, he's from the DFW area. When I say area, he's from Dallas. And, Texas boy. I'm kind of on the back page of guys like Phil, VJ. Yeah, I think VJ, he played the Honda class. Was it the Honda this last year?
Oh.
Anyway.
But, I mean, that's our childhood. That's what we saw growing up.
Right.
We'd love to see them play well.
It is. I think it's officially time.
Pass the torch.
Pass the torch down to these young guys. The quote-unquote young guys, like Justin Thomas and Spieth, they're our age. But we're not in our young 20s anymore, man.
Yeah.
We are in our mid to late 20s, except for T-Bone, who's still like a child.
How old are you, T-Bone?
25.
It was a little rude, but
25?
you're still in your
I
mid-20s.
just want to get you riled up, man. You doing good over there?
I'm great. Yeah.
You look great. Nice shirt. What kind of shirt is that?
It is a Bobby Jones from Steinmart. Again, I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid for any of this. I'm self-promoting.
We have 0 sponsors right now, so we can say whatever we want. It's awesome. But that's also one of our goals for this year is to hopefully find a sponsor or also grow this YouTube channel. So, tell people about the podcast. Tell people about this YouTube channel. Share the 2019 review video.
Video's hot.
I kind of like it. Obviously, I made it, so I'm a little biased towards it, but
It was good.
It was a lot of fun doing it together. See, KJ's going down to New Zealand next year. I don't know what. We're going to go to some PGA Tour tournaments. Also, for this year, Houston Open's going to be at Memorial Park. Definitely worth noting.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great. Have y'all been out there? Have y'all seen the new range?
No.
Yeah, I've been out there. It
How
looks.
Is it pretty cool?
It's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure they're building another range for the tournament.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because
Yeah.
I went over there and I was like, okay, cool, this awesome range for a PGA Tour event, and it's irons only. I was like, what the fuck?
Wait, did you go there was it there on
I was
the
on the
left side?
right side. If you're hitting from the range, if you're facing the range, I was on the right side. It was irons only. And the second deck wasn't open yet.
Oh, okay. Interesting. But, all right. I'll have to go check it out. I live right across the street from there. So, all right. Well, definitely worth noting. Those are our predictions. Like I said, let us know what you think. Comment below or send us an email, something like that. I'm really excited for this year of golf. It's going to be great. Even though I'm not as familiar with these major courses, I'm still really excited because they're majors and they'll deliver. And also worth noting, I think the U.S. Open, Fox is doing a really good job. It took them, I think Championship Day was just such a disaster. First time doing it. They've really figured it out. I'm a big fan of what they're doing over there. Fellas, is there anything else that you would like to add?
I think we got it.
All right. Well, if you like this episode, please subscribe, rate, and review. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. Write us a review so that we can hear from you. And I'm really excited about this YouTube channel as well. I think it's gonna be pretty great. I was actually like doing some digging, and there's not that much like golf shows that are out there on the YouTube. So check us out. Hope you like us. Like, comment, do all that jazz. You know the drill. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and remember,
Little white ball is life.